Picture this. You've had the worst day. You come home, drop onto the couch, and you just sink. You don't say a word. Your dog crosses the room in 3 seconds and presses his full body weight against your legs. His eyes are locked on your face. He doesn't move, he barely breathes. Your cat, meanwhile, is sitting in the hallway doorway. She's watching you too, but she doesn't come closer. Instead, slowly, methodically, she turns her head and looks at the window, then the front door, then back at you. You probably thought, my dog loves me and my cat doesn't care. But here's what's actually happening. Both of them just ran a full biological survival protocol, and both of them did it because of you. What you're seeing isn't personality. It's not loyalty versus indifference. It is two completely different evolutionary intelligences reading the same emotional signal and responding in the only way their nervous systems know how. Today, we're going deep into the neuroscience of that moment, why your dog mirrors your collapse, why your cat maps the room, and why both of those behaviors are, at their core, the same thing. Love wearing different survival suits. Let's start with your cat, and let's start with something that will permanently change how you see her. Your cat does not live in your home. She administers it. Every room she passes through has been assessed, cataloged, and assigned a threat level. She knows which window shows movement at 4 p.m. She knows which floorboard creaks. She has in her mind a living topographical map of her entire territory, and you are the most important landmark on it. Researchers at Oregon State University found that domestic cats form what's called a secure base effect with their owners, the same attachment pattern we see in human infants bonded to their caregivers. When their person is present and calm, cats explore confidently. When their person is distressed or absent, their behavior shifts. They become more vigilant, more still, and they begin what behavioral scientists call environmental scanning. That's exactly what your cat was doing in the hallway. She wasn't ignoring you. She was running a security sweep, checking exits, assessing ambient threat, calculating whether your distress meant danger had entered the space. This is behavioral mirroring in the feline mode, not emotional reflection, but territorial recalibration triggered by your emotional state. Here's what makes it even more extraordinary. Your cat read your sadness before you said a single word, using two systems that are frankly humbling in their precision. First, your breathing. A cat's auditory range extends far beyond ours. They hear the micro changes in your respiratory rhythm, the shallow, irregular breath of suppressed emotion versus the long, slow exhale of calm. Second, your posture. Cats have evolved to read the body language of both prey and predator. A collapsed spine, lowered shoulders, a still face. These are signatures that get processed instantly. So, when your cat paused in that doorway and swept the room, she was essentially saying, something has changed in my human. I need to verify this territory is still safe before I decide how to respond. The environmental scan is an act of protection, hers, yours, both at once. And when she eventually does come to you, and she will, often, she approaches from the side, never head-on. She'll sit just close enough to be felt, but not close enough to be trapped, because safety for a cat is never about closing distance. It's about maintaining the ability to act. The love is real. The architecture of it is just built on a different blueprint.
Now, let's talk about your dog. Because what he did, crossing that room, pressing against you, fixing his eyes on your face, that wasn't a trained behavior. It wasn't even a choice in the way we usually mean that word. It was a biological imperative with 15,000 years of evolution behind it. Dogs are the only non-human animal that has been shaped by natural selection specifically to bond with our species. Research into the genetics of domestication has found that dogs carry mutations associated with Williams-Beuren syndrome, a human condition characterized by an almost compulsive drive towards social bonding, extreme friendliness, and emotional attunement. This isn't metaphor. The genetic architecture of your dog's sociability is, in measurable ways, structurally similar to a human hypersocial disorder. Your dog is, quite literally, biologically engineered to need you. Scientists at the Clever Dog Lab in Vienna have documented a behavior called referential looking, the way dogs, when faced with a problem or an ambiguous situation, immediately look to a human's face for information. They don't just glance, they hold the gaze, tracking micro-expressions, reading the eyes specifically. This is a sophisticated cognitive behavior. Wolves don't do it. Pre-domestication canids don't do it. It evolved in dogs through thousands of generations of living alongside us because the dogs who could read human faces survived better. So when you collapsed on that couch, your dog ran his referential looking protocol on your face, read acute emotional distress, and immediately activated his social bonding response. The proximity, the stillness, the sustained eye contact, all of it is him trying to gather more data from the most important information source in his environment, you. But it goes even deeper than behavior. Research from the University of Milan demonstrated something that should genuinely give you pause. Dogs and their owners show cortisol synchronization. When your stress hormones rise, your dog's stress hormones rise in parallel. This isn't sympathy, it's physiology. Your dog is not just watching your pain, he is, in a measurable biochemical sense, feeling it with you. The cost of this attunement to him is real. His nervous system pays for your nervous system state every single time. That weight against your legs, that's not just comfort seeking. It's a dog anchoring his own nervous system to yours, trying to regulate you by staying close, the same way a co-regulation response works between a parent and a frightened child. He is, in the most literal neurological sense, trying to help you come back to baseline. So now we can hold both pictures at once, and the contrast is stunning. Your dog seeks visual access to your face because your face is his primary data source. He has evolved to use human emotional expression as navigational information. You are not just his companion, you are his external operating system. When that system shows distress, he moves closer. He needs proximity to keep reading you, to keep calibrating his own state to yours. Distance is information loss, and for a social animal whose survival has always depended on group cohesion, information loss is existential. Your cat, on the other hand, performs a security sweep because her primary data source is the environment itself. For a solitary predator, which cats were for millions of years before we came along, territory is survival. A disruption in the emotional tone of the apex creature in her territory is a signal that something in the territory may be wrong. So she checks the territory, she verifies the exits, she maps the environmental unpredictability before she recalibrates her behavior. One species processes your emotion through social proximity, the other processes it through spatial security. One moves toward you when you're in pain, the other moves around you, making sure the world around you is still safe. They are doing the same thing through entirely different neural and evolutionary machinery. Both of them, in their own language, are asking the same question. Are you okay? Is our world okay? What do I need to do? Here's the thing that stays with me after spending time with this research. Loving us costs them something. Your dog's cortisol rises with yours. His nervous system absorbs your distress. He pays a biological tax every time you suffer. Your cat reorganizes her entire territorial map around your emotional state. Her sense of safety is inextricably tied to yours, even when she looks like she's just scanning the room. Neither of them was asked to carry this. Evolution put it there over thousands of years through selection pressure we created by simply living alongside these animals and surviving better when they could read us. The bond you feel with them, it runs in both directions, all the way down to the chemistry. Next time you come home and collapse on that couch, notice both of them, the dog pressing in, the cat in the doorway, making her rounds. They're not performing different levels of love, they're performing different survival strategies in service of the same love. If this changed how you see your pets, subscribe. We go this deep every week. And tell us in the comments, who follows you more around the house? Your dog? Your cat? Or if you've somehow managed both, do they take shifts? Because based on what we just covered, both answers make complete biological sense.